Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It's Friday! Yay! Trailer time! Oh my goodness me. You cannot believe how exciting Fridays have become. Even more exciting than Fridays used to be. But anyway, I need to get cracking because I have two bags to show you today. I listed a bag yesterday and I didn't get a chance to do the video because I was out with my clients, and we will talk about that shortly. So the first bag is yesterday's bag. Now, I really didn't know a whole heck of a lot about this brand until I started watching some of my colleagues on YouTube. So Furla, there's your brand there, your tag inside. Furla is a little bit of a sleeping giant, a little bit of a dark horse. Established in 1927 in Italy. It is considered a luxury brand. Their pricing is not as crazy as our Louis Vuittons and Hermes and all those guys. But it does seem to have a real following. And I know Kristen D and Purse Trippin get quite excited when they find a Furla. I think I've had one or two over the years, and like I said, I didn't really think it was anything special, but it's a very simple bag. You can cinch the sides in or not. You can create a bit more of a tote style with it. I like it with the sides cinched, and the poppers are strong, so they do hold their shape. And the lining inside had a little bit of dirt in it, so I've cleaned it all, washed it all. As I do, you've got a zipper here, and there's your Furla made in Italy. It has some foot pegs, which are in excellent condition. There is a little bit of darkening on the corners. Now, I have worked on this bag quite a bit, actually. And whatever I did, I actually removed the color completely from the corners and recolored it. And it still, for some reason, is darkening. So I'm not sure what that's about. And I didn't want to mess with it too much more. I love the little bit of metal detailing. It's on one side and then the other side, but not both straps. So little details like that I just think are very, very interesting. The lining is all monogrammed Furla. I don't know if you can see that. I'll take it out. Yeah, so it's all lined Furla. Really kind of cool. They have over 400 stores. I don't know if they still do, but they used to. And a little schmutz there, which I thought I got rid of that. It's almost like there's been a sticky tag or something. Where is it? I can't even see it. Yeah, right there. But you know me. I will get rid of that. But it's just really cute. I really, really like it. So that is bag number one. This was yesterday's listing. So I thought I will double up today with two bags. So this was yesterday's listing. And the bag I've just listed is this little beauty. Now, I am not mad at the fact that it's not screaming anybody's branding. It is unbranded. It has one compartment with a zipper, another compartment, and another compartment. These types of bags remind me of the purses that the air hostesses, air stewardesses, whatever you want to call them, when I was a little girl and we were doing some traveling around from the UK. These were the type of bags that the flight attendants would have on their shoulder. And I've never forgotten it. And it just, I don't know, that's just what it reminds me of. Now, I thought this bag was black. It actually isn't. It is the darkest of darkest blues. And I had done some repair with black and it was like, oh, that doesn't look very good. So I had to redo it all. Just some cracking of the color on the stress point here. They haven't put that god-awful plastic inside for it to crack here. So there is some creasing in that fold, but no damage whatsoever. The lining is in great condition. Now, what there is, though, is some color loss on the sides. Now, I've done what I can to fix that up. But what you're actually seeing is the cardboard that is in between the seams. So at this moment in time, I'm really enjoying reconnecting with a YouTuber, Beto's Leatherworks. I've mentioned it a little bit over the last few weeks, but I would encourage you, if you are interested in the structure of bags, luxe bags, I would check him out. He is what is his nationality? Armenian, Romanian, something like that. But he is amazing. His specialty is shoes and Florsheim shoes, which are very, very high-end men's shoes. But he does a lot of bag repair. And he actually takes the bags apart. Now, at the risk of kind of going back on my philosophy that vintage bags are so much better quality than the newer ones, I think it's a staged situation. So he's taking apart Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel. What did he do recently? There was one other one he did recently that was a relatively new one. Ferragamo? No. Anyway, it was another brand. And I think it's a combination of technology and laziness. So let me preface it to say this is my opinion. So back in the day, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, when some of these luxe brands were being built, the bags were being built, they would use like a very paper-like fiber board to support the stitch line. So when this edging comes apart, what you're seeing is the pieces of leather and then the fiberboard in between. Now, the fiberboard back in those days was just that. It was a paper-based board. Now, it is a nylon, almost like a Kevlar, like a stuff that you just can't tear. So this is the difference between if they had that product back in the day. I mean, when you're opening up $20,000 Hermes bag, and he does a restoration on a blue Hermes, and it wasn't that long ago. So if you check him out, you'll see that restoration. All the stuff they used to create that quilting was powder. It had disintegrated so extensively that it was just powder. And you think, if they had the 3M and all these manufactured nylons back then, I'm sure they would have used them. So you're getting vintage bags that are kind of disintegrating through no fault of their own versus our newer bags, which are, so the workmanship back then was second to none, but they were only working with what they had. Whereas now, again, my opinion, the workmanship is lazy, but they do have the material. So it's almost like they're getting away with their bags lasting longer because of the materials they're using, not necessarily because of their craftsmanship. And I have spoke a few times about, I think it's Pauline in Toronto, my customer, who, I think it's Pauline. I'm not sure. If I'm getting it wrong, Pauline, I apologize. But I think she came to me originally because she was sick and tired of buying Roots bags that are of this era and having to take them back to get repaired. And again, I mean the leather in the Roots quality, I haven't looked at anything recently. I mean, they're tribe leather, which is not really vintage at this point, but I mean, we're another 5, 6, 7 years and that stuff will be vintage. I mean, the thickness is still there, the quality of the leather is still there. It's just the manufacturing is not there. And I mean, we've talked about this before, Roots in particular, because I have a very soft spot for Roots. No longer is owned by Green and Budman, who started Roots in 1973. They are a minority stakeholder still, but they probably don't have much say in what goes on in their factories. As far as I know, the manufacturing, like they do still have a manufacturing plant in Toronto, but it's just it's a very difficult thing to see. I mean, it's fascinating watching him absolutely deconstruct these bags. Like he takes the sides off, the lining out, the handles off, and he rebuilds them, and much better than they were, because he uses this nylon material to kind of oh, you know what? I can't get to it right now. One of my Louis Vuitton bags, one of the straps one of the loops that holds the strap on is starting to elongate and it's starting to stretch. And I don't use the bag because I think, you know what? At some point that's going to break. Now, I can't take the bag back. I don't know if I still have the original receipt. I did have it, but with all the shenanigans that have been going on in here in the last couple of years, I'm not sure if I could find it at the moment. But it just goes to show that, you know, a long, long way of saying that quality is just not what it used to be. And I still stand behind my credo that vintage is far better. Obviously, we've just finished talking about the actual materials they had to use not being far better. But anyway, this bag is a super long shoulder crossbody. You're going to get a ton of stuff in here. It's just really, really simple. And it screams 1970s. That's what I've dated. It could be 80s, but I think it's more 1970s just from the simple hardware that they've used. So that is the two bags. That is yesterday's bag and today's bag. So story time. I took my clients yesterday to see a movie. So normally I visit with them on Fridays, but I'm trying to do different stuff with them because they're seniors and they're not really interested in doing new things. They just aren't. So I'm trying to diversify what we do, and they do enjoy movies, anything with animals and music. So I saw an advertisement for the movie Strays. Okay, talking dogs. Yes, let's go and see that. Well, public service announcement. It is not a children's movie. We sat through the what's the thing at the beginning? Whatever it is. And there was a horror movie preview that I had to do this. I do not like horror movies. I do not like seeing children, Exorcist, whatever. And that's what this movie was about. And I looked over at my clients and I said, that is not appropriate at the beginning of a kid's movie. Well, that should have been my first clue. So this little dog is playing a game with his owner. The owner drops him off somewhere, hoping he doesn't return, and the dog always returns. And when the dog returned for the first time, and the owner called him a shit stain, I thought, what is going on here? So back in the day, my mother took my two kids to see Ted, thinking it was a movie about a teddy bear. This movie, I should have known. It's Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx are the voices of the main dog characters. Oh my goodness me. Was it funny? In spots. Could I enjoy it? No. Because I'm thinking, oh my good Lord, what have I brought my clients to see? Now, my one client, I caught him snickering through a little bit of the movie. Because at one point I thought, do I take them out? It was not appropriate at all. So we watched it till the end. It was a very short movie. I think it was not even an hour and a half. Thank the Lord. And there was two other ladies in the theater, mature ladies, and they just looked at me and I looked at them. And I said, I told my friends that we needed to get our tickets early because I'm sure it would be mobbed with children because it's still summer vacation. It was a midday matinee. So, be aware, do not take your kids to see Strays because it is not appropriate. Oh my goodness me. I came home and I told Pius, he laughed his face off just before he headed out to his physio. So he has the guy taped up his shoulder again. And he said, look at this tape job. So he dipped his shoulder and that's what the tape job looks like. It's like a circle with bands through it and then one going up the middle. He's like, did he know he did that? I'm like, I don't know. Because he's going on vacation for a week, so Pius won't see him for a week. Said, you better be careful what you do with that if we're going to be around the pool with the little kids. I don't know. Subliminal messages, maybe. Subliminal messages. So I've got a couple of bags that I'm taking to the trailer. I've listed them already. They are my rehab bags. This is the one fossil that I repainted. There is still some lightning at the top. Yeah, you can still kind of see it. But you know what? It is a beautiful bag. This kind of waffly stuff at the bottom. And I mean, the strap is still wrapped up. So I don't know what was going on with that. But I rehabbed it enough that I feel comfortable presenting it. So that's the one bag. And then this bag has been a pain in my ass. This bag, actually you can see some of the lightning here. I don't know what in God's name happened to this bag. But I've reconditioned this bag so many times. It is a Coach. I mean, it's a beautiful bag. It is not a factory bag. And there is a lot of glazing missing on the straps. But I think I'm going to have to recolor the whole thing. But anyway, yeah, you can see it, right? I just thought it was, I used the absorbing moisturizer and it leaves a white film on everything, and that's what I thought it was, but I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and restain this. So those are the two bags that I'm taking with me to the trailer, and that is about it. Pius is going to be done early. Leatherbag Lady weather report. It's been a heck of a 24 hours. Yesterday, it rained, it didn't rain overnight. Oh my goodness me, it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and the thunder, the rain. We actually got a message from the trailer to say, be careful on the roadways because the rain has been washing all the gravel out of the roads. The roadways are not tarmacked or paved or anything. It's just, gravel that has been kind of hardened over the years with cars driving over it. But the rain has actually created like gullies my little car. I don't think I could take my little car. I think it would end up getting stuck. So we even got, like I said, we even got a message to say, be careful. And it's Halloween at the park this weekend, which I'm not ready for that stuff. I'm not. I'm a bit of a bah humbug with all that shit. But I guess we got to go buy candy, which I will probably eat. I had two little fruit gummy bags from last Halloween. So I said to Pius, we'll just buy all gummy stuff and then I can keep it. And he's like, that's not going to happen. I'm like, yes, but you don't need any more chocolate, baby cakes. You just don't. And neither do I. So maybe we'll get a mixture of both. But we will be at the trailer early today, which is fantastic. And we've got some friends coming. Lori and Randy are coming tomorrow. It's supposed to rain. I said, let's postpone it. And Pius went, it rains every weekend. What are we going to do? Postpone it till next year and hope it's better? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But anyway, everybody, have a great rest of the day and a great weekend. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye, everybody.